We are doing Bhagavad Gita summary, chapter-wise summary, and we are on the 14th chapter. So let us prepare ourselves by sitting straight, head, neck, backbone straight. Every day for some time I must sit like this as far as possible without any back support. The energy flow is maximum, and in this position we have to practice to silencing the mind, stillness of the body and alert silence of the mind is our sadhana. Regular practice to attain this. Let us withdraw our mind from all past. Whatever has happened till now, I just let go. How to let go? I just say let go. Keeping only the learnings with me. I can be happy without a story. Let us keep our mind focused in the present moment by paying attention to the breath. Prana Vikshena, Ramana Maharshi says, is a very potent practice to bring the mind in the present moment. Let us take a deep, slow, conscious, happy breath. Full breath. Hold and exhale. Chanting is another very powerful practice to keep the Kaya, Vacha, Man at one place. And suppose I understand the meaning of what I am chanting in detail, the practice becomes very, very powerful. So let us chant loudly together so that all lingering thoughts vanishes. The mind comes in the present moment. The mind is cheerful and silent. The body is still, not having any unnecessary movements. Eyes are relaxed and shut. Let us take a deep, slow breath. Om. Om. Om.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Gunatu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gajananam Bhutaganati Sevitam Avittajambopalasaravakšitam Umasutam Šokavināšakaranam Namāmi Vigneshwara Pankajam. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatimidandasya Jnanajanashalakaya चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। वसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। हरि ओम।
Hari Om. Thank you, Lata Rachika ji. So the method to study is to revise what we have done. So we will revise the 14th chapter, what we are reflecting on, Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga. We must be able to distinguish clearly while living our day-to-day life. This will be the important aspect of studying this chapter, very practical chapter, that which mood I am in right now. And this I have to constantly be alert to ask myself. Right now, suppose I have got up on Sunday morning, that shows that there is predominantly Sattva Bhavana. Today, that subtle topic we are going to take. And suppose I'm yawning constantly in this 1 hour, then tamas is still there. So maybe at the late evening, night, I have eaten some tamasic food. Or maybe predominantly I'm thinking of not doing anything or inertia. Or suppose I am feeling restless while studying. So the Sattva Gun is there, but there is also equal Rajas Gun. Constantly looking into WhatsApp while studying is going on. There is no Bhagavad Gita book in front of me. There are no notes I have gone through. So the method of study is that we must revise, then we must, after the class is over, I must be able to make a, what we call as necklace of ideas. Idea number 1, idea number 2, idea number 3, because Bhagavan presents different ideas. And then we must be able to revise and contemplate on those ideas clearly. For that, our own notes are very important. Even though the PPT notes are there, but still suppose we write down, then it is much more better. And then I keep revising that in the week, and that's the method of study what is recommended as Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasam in Taittiriya Upanishad. And then only Drashta Vare, then only we can see Atma. Drashta Vare, Shrotavya, Mantavya, Nididhyasatva. So a very clear path is given. So let us revise very, very interesting chapter, what we are studying called as Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga, chapter number 14. So what is the name of the chapter? Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga. I must be able to separate and distinguish between the three gunas. First of all, we must know what are the three gunas. So what are the three gunas? SRT. There is one SRK. So we can remember from SRK, SRT. SRT is Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. What is the function of these gunas? This is how the Bhagwan started the chapter. This 14th chapter, Bhagwan started that. Why I am taking this topic? Because this is the main area where the ego or the I notion or Kshetradnya number 2, which we studied in 13th chapter, Kshetradnya Vibhaga Yoga, whom I call as myself, I. Very interestingly, whom I call as I do not know I only. I am suffering, I am happy, I am sad, I want to do this, I don't want to do this, I know this, I don't understand this, I am bound, I want moksha. But who is this I? That I, who is the sufferer, that I gets attached to the body, mind, intellect, which is separate, and the world because of these gunas. So it is important for us to learn. What is the location of these gunas? Bhagavan says, this gunas pervade entire universe. Everything is pervaded by these gunas. So everything we can actually meditate throughout the day by checking sattva, rajas, tamas. What are the important factors in our life that we will see? We get up in the morning. So how was our sleep? Whether it was sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, that we are going to see. How is our food? Food we eat, whether sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Our actions, how are those actions? Sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Our words, sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Our joys and happiness and pleasures, sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. So that way I start distinguishing, and then Bhagavan say, now I am very happy because you have started implementing the Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga. You distinguish in day-to-day life. What is the nature of this? Sattva means there are different words what we are going to see. But basically sattva means purity, rajas means action, tamas means inertia. So three moods of the mind constantly come and go. Suddenly I will feel pure, I don't want to do anything. No, today I will just go in the restaurant. Suppose I go with friends. No, today I feel like eating only idli, or today only I just want to have juice. Today I don't feel like having spicy. So that means sattva pradhanta is there that time. No, now I want this, I want to see this, I want to do this, constantly action, passion, tamas, rajas. And then no, I don't want to do anything, inertia, laziness, etc., confusion, tamas. What is the purpose of knowing Atma and Guna? So in 13th chapter, Bhagavan took Kshetradnya Vibhaga Yoga. I must be able to distinguish between the field and the knower of the field. The knower of the field is I, and there is a higher self also, Atma. And now I must know my mind. If I know these two, so very importantly, people say, no, I know Atma, but I must know my mind also. Then I will achieve Param Siddhi. That is a perfection in life. That is Sarve Param Siddhi Mito Gataha. So that is the highest. So what is the transactional level? Siddhi, I master my mind. And what is a spiritual Siddhi? Transcend the mind. I go beyond mind. No, transcending mind is not very easy. But every day in 24 hours, we transcend our mind and go to sleep. In the waking state, suppose I am able to make my mind completely empty and pure. And that is a method given here. That how to do, that method will come. Shift from tamas to rajas and rajas to sattva, and from sattva to vishuddhi sattva. That is very important for spiritual sadhak, because many of the spiritual sadhak get attached to purity only. What are the traps we saw? For sattva, the happiness and knowledge is the trap. Sukha sangena badnati, jnana sangena chanaga. So Sukha Sangena, Jnana Sangena. This knowledge must be the means. Otherwise, people keep studying, only listening to this person, that person. No, I listen to this Swami, I listen to that Swami. Manan, Nididhyasanam, I must be able to experience. If I am not able to experience, I am not shifting from Sattva to Vishuddhi Sattva. I will get trapped. Suppose I am enjoying something, I am happy about something, then that becomes a trap after some time, because then the dependency comes that without it I will be unhappy. What is a Sattva dial? Whenever we are in Sattva, what will be our predominant thoughts and body and mind? I will have right inquiry. I will be cause finding. What is the cause of this neutrally? I will be interested in knowing something. I will be interested in thinking. I will be interested in analysis. Not analysis of, somebody did suicide and when what is the analysis of that? No, no, no. What is important to me? What is important to me in my life? I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to be having pleasant relationship. I want to be successful. I will start analyzing it. And whenever sattva is predominant, then I will be peaceful. My mind will be equanimous. And this every day I experience some moments when these things are happening. Right now, on Sunday morning, those sadhaks are getting up. We will see how this is happening. Sattva pradhanta is there in the past birth, which is propelling us for this particular knowledge seeking on Sunday morning. Rajas trap. What is a rajas trap? Constant karta bhokta. Tanni badnati kaunteya karma sangena. Constantly what I should do, what I should see, what I should talk, what I should constantly fingers are fiddling. The knees are moving. Constantly I'm listening to this, but one side WhatsApp going on, one side some vegetable, some cooking going on. That is good. Sometimes I can do that. But every time, suppose I'm reading something, I have to do 10 things and then constantly want, greed. Constantly the passion is there. What are the dials? Greed, wants. Then that propels us to activity. I want to do this, I want to go. Even though body is not, or money is not, I have that activity propulsion is there. Then selfish enterprise, agitation in the mind will happen, craving will happen. Agitation will happen if I don't get what I want. Craving will happen if I get what I want. So that's a trap continuously goes on. What is a tamas trap? Which is all we saw in the last, and this is a summary going on. Focus on sense, pleasure, heedlessness, inattentive to the higher call. No, I'm not interested. What is my next birth? How I was born to these parents? Why only this kind of family came in my life? Why only these sisters, this brother, this spouse, this kind of children came? What is the purpose of life? Who is God? Who am I? What is the nature of the world? No, no, I'm not interested in all. Just enjoy. What is your problem? Earn money, enjoy. How to earn money? Earn anyhow. No means are important. Pramad alasya nidra. PAN card. Our PAN card is pramad alasya nidra. Dullness. Whenever I'm confused, that is the time I am in tamas. Inactivity. I don't want to do anything. No, I'm too tired. I have seen everything. I know everything. I don't want to do it. But then if you know everything, then spread some knowledge. Bhagwan becomes very happy when Bhagwan's words are spread. So I'm inviting all of you, those who are listening for many years. Now is the time to invite at least 3-4 people new into the class, introduce them to this knowledge. Because suppose I am attending it regularly on Sunday morning, I am benefiting out of it. Why not am I telling other people? No, but if I tell other people don't come, let them don't come. But at least I do my duty. That is very important, that every time how I can spread this knowledge. So I must seek this knowledge and spread this knowledge. Taittiriya Upanishad, this is a message given to Gruhasthas. One of the message to Gruhasthas is that learn this knowledge and spread this knowledge constantly. Faulty conclusions. My reading about share market, my reading about people, my reading about decisions in life, my reading about relationships, my reading about resources, situation, I get confused only. I take faulty decisions all the time. and then I regret, no, I don't know what I thought. If it is happening continuously, then I am in tamas. Faulty decisions, faulty conclusions, inactivity, no analysis. Now Bhagavan says two. In the 14th verse, Bhagavan says, now I am going to take one subtle topic, which is very important topic, that how these gunas impact our birth and rebirth. So why this topic is coming? Because earlier in the 8th chapter, Bhagavan has said that, very importantly, we have taken that topic that our last thought determines my next birth. But what will be my last thought? People say, no, then that is a very nice excuse. I will just, last thought, I will keep like this. Bhagavan says, no, it is not going to happen that way. Because predominantly, all three gunas are there, but predominantly, what kind of guna I am into? What is my mood of the mind? Predominantly, from morning to evening and in 24 hours, that will lead to the last thought. Predominantly, what am I thinking in my deeper free time? That is very important. No, but I am not interested in the, death. Next birth is very important because in life we have to prepare. We prepare for exam in schools, college. We prepare for marriage. When marriage seeing ceremonies, there's so much preparation. Even going for somebody else's marriage also, we spend 2 hours. Nowadays, there is a tradition that anybody's marriage, one beautician comes and then decorates 2 hours, everybody. Preparation. No, which ornament to wear, which sari to wear, which blouse to wear, which shirt to wear, which pant to wear. No, this shows so much preparation for one function. For interview, prepare. For travel, now we are going Char Dham, so much preparation going on for 2 months. But then, when we have to exit this body, we have to prepare. We must prepare very well for the final exit. I must not say, no, I am scared of death. No, I should not think of death. I must prepare well because our Shastra is complete. Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to live. Bhagavad teaches us how to leave. Leave. Both things I must know. When to leave the job, when to leave relationship, when to leave family, when to leave the body, when to leave any situation, when to leave any function, event, we must know. We must live quietly, gracefully, not making a lot of noise and regrets and sadness. So we must prepare well for the final exit because that is the greatest adventure. We do so many adventures, but one of the greatest adventure is the final exit. So, 8th chapter, Bhagavan said, at the time of that, whatever is our last thought, that will determine my next birth. So now our last thought becomes very important. So how to ensure that our last thought is sattvic? Now, after knowing this, what Bhagavan has mentioned, we have to strive to become sattvic. Otherwise, we do not know what birth we will get next. So Bhagavan is warning and training us. Okay, now you start preparing. So the quality of thought is very important. Quality is determined by the gunas. So this chapter is very important, that Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga. There is a thought. So there is a quantity of thought. There is a quality of thought. There is a direction of thought that will determine my next. No, I don't believe in this, but this happens in day-to-day life. After this class is over at 8:30, all of us will go in different direction. All of us quality of thoughts will be different. Some will go for breakfast. Some will go for a walk. Someone will again take Bhagavad Gita and read. Someone will get out and do some movie. Someone will go to restaurant. Someone will go for party. Someone will go for function. So that thought is already determined what I'm going to do after the class. So just replace after class when people are going to go in different direction. After final exit, people go in different directions. What guna I have lived with for maximum time, predominantly, that will determine my next birth, next life. So doctor, architect, lawyer, engineer will think like a doctor, architect, lawyer, engineer. A doctor thinks like a doctor only. An architect will think like an architect. An artist will always think like an artist. Majority of the time. Like for example, taken to prove this point, suppose there is a rose garden. Different people pass through that rose garden. One biologist will come and pass through that rose garden, very beautiful rose garden. He will immediately see what is the biological name of that rose, how many types of roses are there. Oh, that's a hybrid rose, that is a red rose. But he will not see all those things. He will see what kind of rose it is. Physicist will come and say, oh, these are all atoms. A chemist will come and say, okay, these are the kind of extraction I can do and make, some kind of research. A gardener will come and then say, okay, this rose plant is not proper. I think manure is less, water is less. A businessman will come and say that, okay, I can make some business. How much business I can make out of these flowers? A poet will come and create some poetry. A romantic person who is in love, who will pick up rose for the beloved and thinks of the beloved. A devotee will come and see the rose and then think of the Lord, that I will pick up the rose and offer. So these are just examples that same rose, same world, but our thought processes are different. And those thought processes are because of the gunas. Our mental thought patterns are extensions of our past day, week, month. So what am I thinking whole day? People say, no, I don't go out. I don't won't go anywhere. I don't talk. But what am I thinking? What am I desiring? Desires are also sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Thoughts also are sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Emotions also are sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, and they are building up. Sleep and death are events. So we must not take next birth so lightly, because right now Bhagavan is giving, you can prepare. How much we prepare for sleep, we change into clothes. We go to the bathroom first of all, then change into clothes of sleeping clothes, which are very comfortable. Every day we do that. Then we have a cup of water, we take our medicine, put up bed, put up AC, fan. Some people will put on music, nice, some aroma is there. And then do some chanting, do some deep breathing. And then slowly, nicely sleep, saying the four Mahavakyas, remembering what is the purpose and then goal of life, and then sleep quietly in the lap of God, if I imagine. In the same way, when we wake up from sleep, we are the same person. Our moods are same, our activities are same, our desires are same, our thoughts are same. People think, no, next life I will be a different person. No. After sleep, I don't change. After samadhi, I may change, but after sleep, again the same Rakshas, again the same Sattvic person will wake up, or a Tamasic person will wake up. In the same way, death is a little longer sleep, that's all. Those who are very clear next birth, they will take immediate next birth, because things are very clear, because what is the direction? Some people after the class, very clear what is the next action they're going to take, where they want to go. Some people will start wondering and then think where to go, what to do, time pass, boredom. Present equation with environment, relationship, object, world continues. So whatever very important point to note about rebirth, my equation, my relationship with people will continue in the same way in the next birth. Only thing I do not remember that. And that's the reason we wonder sometimes that suddenly we like somebody, suddenly we don't like somebody in life. Suddenly somebody will come in life and trouble us. Suddenly someone will come and help us. Suddenly somebody will come and hate us. And suddenly somebody will come and love us. Suddenly someone will come and do this. And same thing we do with others. The equations go on. Only the objects and toys changes. The flight destination direction is predetermined before the flight. When we go and sit in the flight, Guruji says, okay, now relax, put on your belt. This flight is going from Mumbai to Bangalore, Mumbai to Dehradun, Mumbai to California. First of all, they announce, because suddenly suppose I wake up, or I've sat in a wrong flight, then I have to change the flight. That's the reason some people are born, and immediately after 3-4 years, Suddenly the person remembers, no, this is not the destination I wanted to. The person leaves. And then we wonder and say, oh, what was the mistake of that person, child? It was only 3 months old, 3 years old, but the person remembers. Another example, what Gurudev gives. One day, one young boy, mother tells him, go and get curd. Guests are going to come. The boy goes to get curd. Curd is a very ordinary thing. We don't remember much. Boy meets one friend. Friend says, okay, let's go for a movie. Nice movie. Chalo, go for a movie. And in that movie, the person, both of them are sitting and enjoying popcorn and then tea and all. And then before the interval, suddenly there is a scene comes where the mother is giving curds to Beta, curds, you are going out. And then suddenly this boy remembers, oh, mother told me to bring curds. The person leaves the movie that moment and goes home with the curds. Same thing, people suddenly remember, oh, now my this chapter is over. Suddenly the person gets up and go into next life. And we wonder, oh, why this person left? This person didn't do anything. This person suddenly was talking to me yesterday. God. Suddenly saw the curds seen on the movie. So henceforth, why people die at a particular time, we must not ask question, because Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga clearly says that next scene person wants bored of these scenes. Suddenly, or some important work I had to do there. Gone. Next prarabdha starts. So now that is very clear. How we create our destiny? Thought by thought, desire by desire, habit by habit, depending upon sattva, rajas, tamas. There is a saying that be aware of your thoughts. What kind of thoughts I am entertaining? Be aware, because thought becomes words. Be aware of your words. Words becomes actions. Be aware of your actions. Actions becomes our habits. Be aware of your habits. Habits becomes our character. Be aware of our character. Character becomes our destiny. So it starts with thought. And that's the reason in meditation, people think, I want to become blank. I want to become empty. No. That is a wrong way of thinking of meditation. I want to alter the quality of the thought in meditation. That's all. What is the alteration in the meditation I have to do? The thought which is very strong is that I am body, mind, intellect. That thought has to be altered in meditation, that I am not BMI, I am SCA, Sat Chit Ananda. That is meditation. If my thoughts are not altering again after coming out of samadhi, I think I'm body, then that is not samadhi only that. No, I want to become blank. The moment I sit, I become blank, but that is not meditation. Meditation is day-to-day life. I can check what is the quality of my thought. What is the attachment of that thought. So very important topic, but that's the reason Bhagavan said two. Two means another topic I am going to take now, which you pay attention to. So yada satve pravruddhe tu. So pralayam yati dehabruta. When you are going to leave, pralaya, when I am going to leave this body and go into another body. Who is going to go into another body? I. Who is that I? Kshetratnya number 2. That's the reason 13th chapter must be very well revised. After coming to this chapter, I must not ask, but who dies? The body goes into the 5 elements on the top layer. That's all, because we give so much of significance. One saint said that recently, it was such an interesting statement he made that, you think so much significance to the body. It is only a recycle process for earth. Earth only recycles. Different bodies come, different elements come. Recycling process, paper recycling, plastic recycling. Similarly, earth also has a recycle process. What it recycles? The gross body. Atma, there is no rebirth. Gross body, there is no rebirth. So what is the rebirth? The subtle body and the causal body goes from one body to another body. So there is no rebirth. It's only change. It's only travel. So now, yada sattve, suppose there is sattva predominant is there throughout the life. Now all of us, those who are listening here, definitely sattva pradhanta is there. So Bhagavan gives his assurance to Arjun, you might say, no, you are just saying like that. Bhagavan also gives that assurance to Arjun in this chapter, ki, no, you are Sattva Pradanta, so I am coming in front of you. Bhagavan is saying, and I am giving this knowledge to you. So when Sattva is predominant and Pralayam Gatva, when one leaves the body, then what will be the next birth? So now we should be, feeling happy, but then we have a choice. Not liberated because Sattva Pradanta is there. So from Sattva, we have to go to Vishuddhi Sattva. But reaches higher loka. Suppose I want to enjoy, but I have done lot of punya, lot of sattva, I have read lot of scripture, done lot of dana, but my desire to enjoy life is that I will go to Swarga Lok. Because in that there is such beauty, such kind of pleasures are there, unimaginable pleasures. And recently one saint who is realized, I heard, ki, you just can't imagine how much beauty is there. And there is no old age, there is no death, there is no hospital, there is no ambulance, there is no disease, there is no illness, only enjoyment. The moment I think I want to enjoy this person, enjoy. I want to enjoy this food, food comes. And when our credit card is over, we are back. But that enjoyment is next level. We get another body there, subtle body. Pure enjoyment, Bhoga Yoni, Pitru, Jana, Rishi, Swarga, Brahma, these are the lokas we will go. Suppose I say, no, I don't want to enjoy, but I am a Sattva Pradanta, I have done Punya, I have done Dana, I have done all good deeds. Then I will be born in Sattvic family because that is higher than that. So now one doubt must be cleared today that why I was born in this family. Because my nature was like that. What is a Sattvic family? I will be born into this lot of love. In some families, there is a lot of love. Then there is lot of sacrifice, and there is lot of truthfulness. There is lot of contemplativeness. People discuss scriptures right from day one. The parents are interested in scriptures. The brother is interested. The sister is interested. Wife is interested. Children, all. There are some families I know. The entire family is a sannyasi they have taken. Sannyasi in the sense the father is interested, so the children took, and all are discussing, and so much of love, bond, respect between people. So suppose I am born in, suppose I do sattva, I will be born in a family where these values I must not, because we took so much of efforts to learn all the values in earlier chapter. When rajas is predominant, rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangeshu jayate. So when rajas is predominant in us and we take another birth, what kind of family we will get? People are born who are attached to karma. Karma yoni, chasing something is their ambition in life. Chasing becomes very important. I believe in chasing. I believe in attaining. I believe in achieving something. Born in a Rajasic family with values of ambition, fame, power, achievement, money, good. There's nothing bad about it. But constantly there will be passion. And you can see some families, some kind of, constantly to do something, to achieve something, to attain something. More and more. When Tamo Guna is predominant, Pralayam Gatva, and one leaves the body, then what will be the situation where we will take birth? Born in ignorant wombs. Bhagavan says you will be born in an ignorant, you will come out through an ignorant womb. Ignorant womb in the sense not that the womb is ignorant, but I can be born as an animal, I can be born as a bird, I can be born as a vegetable body. No, how can you say, how can be? There is no guarantee that I will be born only as human being. Suppose there is too much of desire to have pleasure, too much of desire to fly, too much of desire for, that Bharat was watching that deer, he became deer. So suppose I am interested into something, then I will become that. Jada Bharat. Story we know. Bhoga Yoni. So suppose I go to higher lokas also, I will get a Bhoga Yoni. Suppose I am tamasic also, I will get a Bhoga Yoni where no viveka, no awareness, born in the lower world, no choice, family of ignorance. What will be the values I will be born with? People So we should not henceforth complain that, and we must realize that why I have taken birth in this family, why my parents, siblings and all my relatives, why this family has come in my life. Sense pleasure, enjoy at any cost means not important. So there is family cheating also going on. In family also color is there. So we see that, in the first yuga, the fighting was going on between Swargalok and Narkalok. Devas and Asuras. Then it became two Rajas, and now in the family also they say that there is a degradation that way. So we have to see what kind of values we inculcate. Suppose we inculcate one value, and that's the reason in 13th chapter, so many 40 values are given that take one so that you will be born in the next. Even though you are incomplete, even though you say that I have not mastered this value, but then Bhagavan will say, okay, you not mastered this value. Next birth, I am going to give you where you will find conducive environment to master that value. And that's the reason the process is very important. The journey is very important where I have to take a resolve. Bhagavan says, you just take a resolve. 50% I am going to do. 50% you have to take a resolve. Each one of us is born to fulfill one's own elected purpose. So another important law is given by Bhagavan that children decide the parents, not the parents decide the children. When we take birth, we decide what kind of parents, what will be the parents' values, what will be the house I will be born, whether that will be in Mumbai, it will be in Dharavi Jhopadpatti, it will be in California, it will be in Switzerland, or some remote place in African jungle where people live like animals. Who knows? Whether which kind of religion I will be born into. Why Hindu religion, then why some people are born as Brahmin family, some people are born in Muslim family, some people are born in Catholic family, Christian family. Who knows what kind of values I'm inculcating? What kind of values, because values are the deepest. Very important. Values are the deepest. Then comes beliefs. Then comes thoughts. Then comes beliefs. Then desires. Then thoughts, and then emotions and actions. And beneath values, it is my self-image. Who am I? Some people have this, no, next birth, I want to become a man. The man will say, next birth, I want to become a woman. And some people say, next birth, I heard this, next birth, I want to become a dog. I know one person who was very clear, next birth, I want to become dog. He said, why? Why you want to become dog? Very clear. I want to become a general's dog. General's dog in the sense, dog's life is 10 to 12 years. A pet dog is pampered. Pet dog doesn't have to work. I don't want to work. Pet dog is fed, and then the general of the army takes the dog and walks, and there is so much of pride, and other dogs will watch that how I'm walking. Have you seen the pet dogs walking with its master? All other dogs come and bark and doesn't even look at them, and that dog is very smart, good looking. That kind of dog I want to become. So each one of us is born to fulfill our own purpose. So we must not blame anybody in life because our desires are getting fulfilled. In that desire, another desire also, there are so many things happening in one life. God is doing so many completions are happening. Accounts needs to be closed. Chartered accountant notice, after any transaction, the account needs to be tallied and closed. That is a chartered accountant's job, and there is a Chitragupta sitting. So somebody has troubled somebody, okay, the person will be born in that family, then that person will trouble. So account is closed. So at the end of the journey, we must start closing our accounts books. In one of the path, they say that just keep closing your one account, relationship account, financial account, this account, all accounts should be closed. So recently, Michhami Dugdam, Jain people say, Michhami Dugdam means one of the best way to close the accounts is Michhami Dugdam. Why Michhami Dugdam is there in all religions? Forgiveness, because that is one of the best ways to close accounts. What is the method to close accounts? Michhami Dugdam. I seek forgiveness for whatever I have done in my awareness, and when I was not aware only, also with my word, action, thoughts, deeds, emotion, I also ask for forgiveness. I also forgive. One of the ways to close accounts. But Bhagavan says, okay, that you only said. One person said, okay, that is one method. People go to Ganga, take bath, all papa goes. Then the person says, okay, now I am ready to do more papa. So one of the ways to do that. So sattva, I may get Devata Yoni or I may get into a Manushya Yoni with right values where right from day one, before marriage, before the child is born, there are some parents who will chant, who will be studying Bhagavad Gita, who will be studying Upanishads. I know when Dr. Kruti, so much desire. She came to Yajna of Swami Advaitanji. Next day she gave a birth. So the child is hearing all this knowledge before the birth only, because that is the value, that is the kind of desire the child has. Rajas, Manushya Yoni, choice. The Sattva also we can get Manushya. This is only given for reference. And Tamas, animal Yoni, Bhoga Yoni. This is only for reference, but Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, all are there in Manushya also, in all creatures also. So now let us take one case study, to see this. This is a very interesting case study we can take to ask ourselves. So just close your eyes and ask it. How did you came to this Sunday class? What you are hearing just now, what you are going through just now. How did you land into Chinmay Mission and this class, and how this class message came to you through a flyer, through somebody told you? No, we say, no, this person told, that person told. Initially, I was not interested. I was searching and then I just hooked on and now I'm listening. No, it is not like that. Evolution step, Bhagavan says, Urdhvam Gachanti Sattvastha. I exactly know when to give you what. So because Sattva Pradhanta was there and Tamas and Rajas was there, once those Tamas and Rajas started reducing and Sattva started growing, then what happens to us is that we get interested in questions in life. I want to know. I want to know who am I. I want to know the world. I want to know who is God. I want to know the birth. I want to know past birth. I want to know future birth. What is a birth? What is this all drama going on? These questions comes only to a Sattva Pradhanta person. And then when this desire grows, Bhagavan says, now is the time I will send a teacher to you. So these flyers come, somebody tells us 10 times. And I know there are everybody sitting here in this class. I have heard these stories, how they got this knowledge and how they came into this, maybe not here, but somewhere else also. Teacher explains the scripture. So teacher is arranged by God. How do we get tuned to one teacher? That is God's settled. They say that marriages are settled in heaven. Guruji says the teacher-student relationship also is settled in heaven only. We don't have to worry about what kind of teacher will come. Exactly tuning to our mindset, the teacher appears. And however number of people we hear, when we will listen to one or two people, something will start clicking and the understanding will go to next level. That means I must know this is where is the tuning happening. The tuning I must be able to recognize. Bhagavan will send. And then the teacher will explain the scriptures. From scriptures, I will come to know first truth, that I am not this body. No, you are not this body. You are not this mind also. You are not this intellect also. These are all inert. What is your real nature? Your real nature is infinite bliss. And you are crying for small happiness and appreciation here. You are sitting on 1 lakh crore rupees and you are begging for 2 paise. Teacher will explain Brahman is the goal. The goal shifts. And then we start shifting from bondage to liberation. Then our journey starts. Freedom from impacts, influences of 3 gunas. Then we realize, oh, I'm been caught by these 3 gunas. And then we come to 14th chapter and learn, oh, this is how gunas are playing. This is how, what is the nature of the guna, function of the guna, types of guna, trap of guna, dial of guna. So I start understanding and I want to come out of this because my nature is infinite bliss. Then knowledge becomes the means. I go for knowledge. So Sunday morning, getting up at 6 o'clock, taking bath, preparing, studying, where this desire is coming. I have been doing lot of sattva. Guruji says that once the sattva pradhanta, or when the punya goes beyond a certain level, then only this desire to know this knowledge comes. Otherwise, there are other desires after punya we get of going to swarga and enjoying. After that, I know that enjoyment is okay, but now I want to become, I don't want to become a seeker of happiness. I want to become happiness only. What is the key? Now, very important point why this own topic Bhagavan has taken, that after learning all the scriptures, I heard this from Swatmananji long time back. He told, after learning all the scriptures, one thing which becomes very clear, which is possible, and we are given a choice, that every moment how I can develop more sattva guna. How our sleep should be sattvic, how our food should be sattvic, our relationship should be sattvic, our pleasure should be sattvic, our word should be sattvic, our bed should be sattvic, our house must be sattvic, our dress must be sattvic. Everything I must start developing, and that becomes a journey which becomes very, very practical, very doable, very tangible, very, very parameter oriented, where we can check. Oh, this color I have started liking. This is Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. This food I have started developing. This is Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. These people I start enjoying company. This is Sattvic, Rajasic. So slowly, slowly that change will happen. Our goal must now be to develop Sattva Guna every moment. That becomes a every moment meditation, every moment practice. In every choice of thought, word, action, food, company, attitude of doing job, duty. No, but my job is very tamasic and rajasic, but I can make it sattvic. No, my entire company is tamasic. No, I'm working in a bar. No, one person told I'm working in a bar, night bar, where there are a lot of dancers, but I can still become sattvic in that, remembering what is my purpose of working. My purpose of working is to earn money to educate my children. And if some money is saved and I can give to my, I can donate and make some difference. Suppose my purpose changes, my goal changes, then any situation can become sattvic. So what is the process now to become sattvic? Not very easy. And not very easy, not at all very easy. Because I have to shift from tamas to rajas, and then from rajas to sattva, and then from sattva to vishuddha sattva. So, last time I had mentioned that every time I must think that, is this a sattvic place? Is it a sattvic food? Is it a sattvic company? Is it a sattvic thought? Is it a sattvic book? Is it a sattvic play? What am I doing? So I get a very clear direction to work in life when we learn this 14th chapter. So again, I'm inviting that there is a course going on in ashram. Ashram is a sattvic place, and suppose we get satsanga from a Mahatma who is enlightened, who is just there, then the amount of sattvic guna what we get is maximum. So after 2 weeks, Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, 15th chapter, 18th chapter are going to be taken by Swami Advayananji. I think all of us must at least interact with Swami Advayananji once. We'll come to know what purity, what he brings. Just one look, like Ramana Maharshi's one only eyes also, suppose we see, we can see the purity. Similarly, why I go there? I have taken classes for so many years on Bhagavad Gita. But why, when we go to ashram and listen personally, I see nowadays some people are less here. But when we are actually live is the best, Guruji says. Then we go to ashram and listen. So my invitation to you is that those who can, at least come for one class and see. And now the registrations are open for Bhagavad Gita. Only 3 chapters are going to be taken. And the process is very interesting. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, which is a summary in prospect. Bhagavad Gita chapter 18, summary in retrospect, and Bhagavad Gita chapter 15, entire summary of Gita. And before that, Mundaka Upanishad. So those who want to come, those who are living around Mumbai, in Mumbai, please do. Those who are not, they can still do online. It's on Sundays, 10:30 to 11:30, and after that there is a doubt clarification class there, and then we can have lunch and come back. So those who can come, please come. Still having that desire to come, at least come once and see how it happens. It's for coming once, there is no cost. You can just come and say, I want to experience once, and then decide. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.